and raped with plungers and everything else. I got some bad news for you. You got bad cops doing that to everybody because they're not held accountable, and it's very scary. So that's coming up as well. But we're joined by Leanne McAdoo. Then coming up, we'll be joined in the start of the next hour by John Bound to give us his take on things, who's there with her. They're both taking turns behind camera and there on screen. Leanne McAdoo, I know you're going to go down to Southern California in a few days and investigate this nuke plant right on this fault line that's set to go any time. Stan Deo, we never even played the clip yesterday. I'm going to play it later in the next hour. He predicted 3 months ago, we have the date, that this would happen and even pick the region. And he's just saying, get ready, because the blink of an eye is a couple-year period. But sometime in the next few years, he and others believe, and now even mainline seismologists believe, the big one, we're talking an 8.0, 9.0, who knows, is going to hit California and possibly could actually create an island. I mean, California, bridges could be cut, areas could actually slide into the ocean. And we know historically this does happen. And hope it doesn't happen while you're out there, Leanne.
Well, that's what we were thinking. John actually just let me know that there was another earthquake early this morning that we slept right through. So they're happening all the time. More than 125 have happened within 24 hours after this quake. So Leanne McAdoo reporting for Infowars.com. I'm standing right at the corner of Main and 2nd Street here in downtown Napa. Behind me, you can see the crumbling facade of some of the city's oldest buildings, and about a square mile area is all roped off. You can see buildings everywhere with yellow tape or red tape, meaning that those buildings will probably have to come down. The building directly behind me, we were told that they had about a 35-year moratorium where they didn't have to upgrade and retrofit their building to comply with the earthquake standards. But of course, that just recently expired, and I guess they didn't have time to get them retrofitted. You can see some of the buildings are standing, and that business owner there told us that he just recently completed his retrofitting earlier this year. It was obviously money well spent, because you can see these gorgeous historic buildings just in crumbles behind me.
All right, reporting from downtown Napa. Now continuing here with Leanne McAdoo. Leanne, California is already seeing a huge exodus of their entertainment industry. They're seeing a huge exodus of people, period, because of the high taxes and regulations. I was reading in this report out of the LA Times that upwards of half of Los Angeles is 1950 or earlier, and they predict will collapse or partially collapse, quote, killing thousands. That's my big concern. I know you're going to go talk to some professors and others. Have you had a chance to talk to locals yet?
Yes, we spoke with a few locals, a few families here. Some of the locals' men were brought to tears just recalling their experience, saying they had lived through other earthquakes before, but this was the one that they thought was going to crush them. This was the one they thought was going to kill them. And then we have families where the fault line, it just is going directly through their neighborhood, streets, from street to street. You can see the direct fault line just going right through people's homes, raising the sidewalks in some areas 3 feet off the ground, pushing their homes off the foundation a foot to up to 3 feet for some of the older homes. It's just been pretty incredible. People are not entirely with water, but they do have power. But what we saw, it was pretty remarkable, because so many people were dumping off their television sets that were broken and all of their things. People were outside. They were helping their neighbors. They were playing outside. The kids weren't, huddled around the TV set. So what we've seen is families just opening up their homes. They invited us in for something to drink and really just rebuilding their community. And that's kind of a testament, like when the stuff hits the fan, the only thing these people have is each other. Because there really is no way you can't evacuate. There's no warning signal that an earthquake is coming. So they're beta testing one of these equipment that will give a warning signal, and it was here in Berkeley, which is about 40 miles away, and that was successful. It did give the lab there a 10-second warning, but that would have been completely useless to people here in Napa. They would have had a 1 second to half of a second warning.
Sure. Putting the shocks in, putting in the anti-earthquake systems has some effect from what I've read, and with bigger buildings, but California just doesn't have the money to retrofit all these buildings. That's part of building a modern civilization on the edge of an area that has earthquakes. And that's my concern and top regulators' concern, is that California's built a whole bunch. It's more than 7 nuclear reactors on or right beside fault lines. And if there's a major earthquake, we're talking about meltdowns here. And then the winds blow across from west to east. The trade winds, we're all going to be radiated.
Right. Mother Nature bats last. That's what we're hearing around here. I mean, who cares about Ebola? Who cares about ISIS? Who cares about Obama's failed policies when you've got Mother Nature to worry about?
Well, government wants us to think about them all day because then they can act like they control reality. But
right.
Having Google spy systems doesn't allow them to control the Earth's magnetic type activities. We'll be back with Leanne McAdoo with more from California, site of the 6.1 earthquake.
American gardeners and fellow patriots, make the right choice with your money, time, and your family food supply. Choose 100% pure heirloom seeds in the Survival Seed Vault from MyPatriotSupply.com. Why spend more? The Survival Seed Vault from MyPatriotSupply.com is only $37.95 and includes 20 varieties of pure, hardy, easy-to-grow heirloom seeds. Yes, only $37.95. That's 70% less than our competitors. You could buy 3 Survival Seed Vaults for less than one of theirs. The Survival Seed Vault from MyPatriotSupply.com includes detailed planting and seed-saving instructions and ships same day. Plus, all orders over $49 ship free. MyPatriotSupply.com is American-owned by patriots like you, passionate about freedom and preparedness. Call now, 866-229-0927. That's 866-229-0927. Or discover more emergency preparedness items when you order at MyPatriotSupply.com. Choose the original. Choose the Survival Seed Vault at MyPatriotSupply.com.
From the water table to our soils to the atmosphere itself, our world is becoming more and more toxic each and every day. But it's not just the air outside that's toxic. Indoor air has been shown to have 2 to 5 times higher concentrations of pollutants than even outdoor air. And most Americans spend 90% of their time inside using toxic chemicals within their homes. There are more than 42 million smokers in the United States. Well over 1,000 types of mold and mildew linked to numerous conditions. And don't forget the fact that 6 million Americans live with pets they're allergic to as well. When I began to research these statistics, it was clear to me it was time to start cleansing my lungs in order to combat the toxic environment that we cannot escape, but that we can fight back against. Made with organic and wild cultivated herbs and manufactured in the USA, the new InfoWars Life Lung Cleanse is here in a convenient spray bottle that can be brought with you throughout any toxic environment. Now available exclusively at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139.
Virtually anyone can hack your cell phone and track your calls, your texts, your emails, your every movement, but only if they can detect a signal. Stay one step ahead of hackers and Big Brother with a Block-It Pocket, a custom-made pocket infused with pure silver that creates a complete Faraday enclosure for your cell phone. For free shipping to the lower 48, visit blockitpocket.com or call 888-315-9618. blockitpocket.com, enhancing health and privacy.
You've been hearing about the in-home freeze dryer from Harvest Right for months. Have you ordered yours yet? We live in a politically and economically troubled world. You should be preparing for an uncertain future. Right now is the time to start freeze drying your own food so you can become self-reliant. To invest in your own home freeze dryer, go to harvestright.com while supplies last. Again, that's a home freeze dryer from harvestright.com. Mention this ad and save $200 through August.
Day after day, alone on a hill, the man with the foolish grin is keeping perfectly still. But nobody wants to know him, they can see that he's just a fool, and he never gives an answer. But
my friends, our eyes are attacked more and more, and at InfoWars Life, we set out to develop, with the known medical research that's on record, to put the highest concentrations of organic, high-quality compounds into a daily pill that has been proven with these compounds to help your eyes and help maintain the quality of your eyes. And we have developed OcuPower, and we've only had it for less than a week. and 2/3 of it is sold out. We will order more next time, but obviously when we come up with something new, we order a limited amount. I want to thank you all for ordering OccuPower, and I want to get your take on it, get your views on it. But before we go any further, I just want to invite you to try OccuPower for yourself. X2 nascent iodine as well. We've also got the fluoride shield, still discounted, with the classic survival shield, nascent iodine, and so many other products at InfoWarsLife.com, or simply call toll-free 888-253-3139. Again, ladies and gentlemen, the toll-free number is 888-253-3139. And then we also have super female vitality and super male vitality. You have all these compounds and estrogen mimickers bombarding us. This isn't a compound of super herbs concentrated. It is, but it's not super herbs concentrated that mimic testosterone. What it does is get your glands, Dr. Group believes, it certainly works for me, to release testosterone and to release other things that your glands should be releasing. That's why you've seen the rave reviews. InfoWarsLife.com or 888-253-3139. And InfoWarsStore.com is the big blanket umbrella site that has all the books, the films, the Moan Labe t-shirts, the Made in America products, you name it. Okay, going back to Leanne McAdoo in this segment and the next, then John Bound will join us for a segment, and we'll get back into the other news. I'm not here trying to wring my hands about California. We're all going to die. Comets might hit the Earth. A new ice age may come, not in our lifetimes. Earthquakes happen, sure. But now we've got nuclear reactors. If there's a new Pompeii or a new Mount St. Helens or a new megaquake, and I think about the government response in California with, what is it, 35, 37 million people? How many live there? Let's look that up. I mean, it's going to be a time bomb, because I believe the people would help each other. But if it's like Katrina, the feds are going to come in and just go door to door taking the guns. Leanne McAdoo?
Absolutely. Well, Leanne McAdoo reporting for Infowars.com. I'm out here covering the aftermath of this 6.0 magnitude earthquake that struck the epicenter here.
And you're in Napa. You're in the center of Napa.
Absolutely. Right here downtown, this particular main street caught the brunt of it because it has most of the historical buildings here. And you can see just bricks covering the streets here. And we're seeing this all over the area. Homes just shifted 3 feet off of their foundations. And the mayor was actually here earlier, San Francisco Mayor Ed Lee, and he was in town not only to lend his support, but also to learn the lessons of how they can go ahead and retrofit San Francisco, because San Francisco has nothing but historical buildings. And that's part of the charm of San Francisco or cities like Napa. They have all these historical structures, but they're not properly retrofitted. And that, just like you're saying, it could be devastating for millions of people there. San Francisco has a huge population, most of them living in these older homes.
Yeah, when they have earthquakes in populated cities in Asia, sometimes 40,000 die. I mean, this is just a time bomb. But meanwhile, we're worried about Al-Qaeda, which our own government's funding, and that's coming up in the next hour. Stay there, Leanne. We're going to come right back to you in 60 seconds. Second hour coming up. Infowars.com. There's a bunch of news there I haven't covered yet. We're going to get to the other news. Stay with us.
I'm David Hall, founder of Diamond Gusset, where we are proud of our 100% grown and sewn American-made jeans. Whether you're out for dinner, working on the farm, or on the road, Diamond Gusset Jeans offers a full spectrum of style and sizes for any occasion. Our loyal customers enable us to continue sponsoring Liberty Media outlets. Use promo code FREEDOM to receive a 15% discount at gusset.com. In Liberty, David Hall, Diamond Gusset Jean Company.
Tell folks how you got introduced to Super Male, and then when Super Female came out, tell us what happened.
After I saw such a huge positive change in my husband, I had to try it for myself.
Talk about the effects.
I feel great when I wake up in the morning. I have drive to go to the gym. I feel like I look better. I feel better. I feel sexier. I love it.
Even if you don't believe in supplements, take the challenge. Get a bottle of Super Male, a bottle of Super Female. Check it out for yourself. Consult your physician. Visit InfoWarsLife.com today. This is life-changing.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.